All right, welcome to that Synth Car, baby, Tuesday edition. We're back. It's been a while since we did a Synth Car. I don't know, maybe we got too much stuff going on, but the question we're all wondering after Superbooth 2024, where was the Moog Muse? That's the question I've been wondering. I scoured every single video. I saw the Moog Spectravox, which they kind of threw in there, I think last minute. And then at the end of it, I saw Lisa Belladonna do a performance, which, from all the rumors I heard, she was supposed to do. She was supposed to do with Eric Norlander, and it was supposed to be done with the Moog Muse. So what happened to the Moog Muse? That's the question. So this is kind of like a Synth Car / oscillators and percolators edition, a little synergy. So, if you haven't seen it, go watch Lisa Belladonna's video at Superbooth. She's playing the Moog Matriarch and a couple Moog Sound studios. And it's good, it's great. It's a great performance, but it's not what the performance was supposed to be. That's not what it was supposed to be. And there's been rumblings for a while now. I haven't really talked about it, but there's been rumblings for a while. Maybe we'll talk about it on the Synth Fighter podcast tomorrow night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, with the one and only Echo Craft. Check out the channel and notify yourself to get buzzed when it happens. But there's been something going on at Moog, but under the surface, that people haven't really been privy to. And what it is massive internal turmoil. I'm talking about the kind of turmoil that can flip a company up on top of its head. When all the ground troops are having a mutiny against the owner. This is all speculation, okay? Allegedly. So there's a very big gap now forming between leadership at InMusic and Moog and the engineers and the people on the ground who stayed once Moog got bought out, because a lot of them got cut, redundant, laid off, whatever you want to call it, eliminated. But a bunch of the main players stayed around, the people who were, let's say, skilled in engineering, electronics, things like that. So let's start from the beginning, because I got a little bit of time here. Let's start from the beginning, and then I'll tell you what's going on behind the scenes at Moog. So I got breaking news about what's happening at Moog. It started with the Moog Muse rollout at Super Bowl with Andrew Wong. Okay, Andrew Wong released a picture of him with a Moog Muse. No sound, no nothing, just a picture. Then we got drips and drabs of grainy photo shots from the Moog Muse, which was just used, in my opinion, as a prop on stage, because from what I've heard, this thing is so far from ready. It's if they put it out now, it would be an absolute disaster, put it that way. So then we had the Super Bowl rollout with the Moog Muse on stage with Usher and all his boys. Then we had those two brothers, can't remember their name. There was a Moog Muse shot in one of the videos there that was on the Moog Instagram, Moog's YouTube, where you get a shot and some kind of sound of the Moog Muse. Again, Moog Muse is not ready. Then we go and we get Mike Dean, one of the greatest legends of all time, in my opinion. It blows my mind how some people don't even know who he is, but the greatest legend of all time. He gets a grainy Instagram video recorded into the phone and the sound of the Moog Muse. I guess he has a prototype, or he's doing some beta testing, or what. Maybe it was just used for a marketing ploy. Who knows what was going on there. That brings us to, and this is all stirring up controversy in the forums, online, people, and I kind of dig it. I like it, because you know, in advertising, talk good about me, talk bad about me, just talk about me, period. That's the rule of thumb. So even when people are talking bad about you, it's publicity. Any publicity is good publicity. So then we get to Superbooth, where it's supposed to be last minute, behind the scenes call. Moog doesn't really do this kind of stuff, and to make a reappearance at Superbooth, or unappearance at Superbooth, whatever you want to call it, was a pretty big deal. People were excited for it. It was supposed to be Lisa Belladonna, two Moog Muses, Eric Norlander doing a duet, flying them over there. Like I told you in the video, exclusive. This was going to be Moog's rollout, but guess what? Things weren't ready. Engineers weren't happy. The engineers behind the scenes weren't happy that how this product that they put their heart and soul into, that they actually love, man. This was a Moog polyphonic 8-voice polyphonic synthesizer, their inaugural release under the InMusic banner that these cats at Moog have been working on for years. And this is how they're rolling it out. They weren't happy because these guys troll the forums, they read what's going on, and they knew the people weren't impressed with it at all. It's kind of giving Moog a bad taste. But InMusic, this is all allegedly, InMusic is saying, it doesn't matter. Let's roll it, roll it, roll it. This is the marketing we want. Let's go, let's go. Old Jackie boy's like, let's go, let's go. Fast forward. Lisa Belladonna comes out last minute, plays her little sound set with the matriarch. So you have to ask yourself, what's the point of this? Why is Moog suddenly flying Lisa Belladonna over to Germany to do a sound set that she's probably done 1,000,000 times on gear that she's played 1,000,000 times for gear that everybody's seen 1,000,000 times? Makes no sense, right? Spider senses are going off like crazy. So then we get word from some samurais on the inside of Moog. This is what happened. And this is allegedly this is what happened. Arturia rolled out the PolyBrute 12, which, the cream of the crop, it's the cream color, and it's amazing. Arturia rolls out the PolyBrute 12, full touch, absolutely beast of an analog synthesizer, and sucks every bit of oxygen out of the room. Not only that, they released this analog polyvoice synthesizer for under $4,000, potentially to be a little more under $4,000 in the coming months. And they released it with an absolute extraordinary video marketing campaign. They littered the synth mafia with PolyBrute 12s, although they didn't give it to a few people, which I thought Noire Block should have got one. Immediately that cat should have got one, man. If anybody should have got a PolyBrute 12, it should have been him, because he would have done amazing with it. Awesome guy. So anyways, they roll out the PolyBrute 12. People go absolutely ape crap. They just freak out. Everybody's freaking out. Not only are they freaking out, they're freaking out of the color. Some people love the cream, some people want the Noir edition, but I love the cream. They're loving the sound, the absolute epic technology, the full touch, polyphonic aftertouch they integrated into their synthesizer. Insane. The demos are amazing. It's rolled out with such precision, French precision, and French artistry, that guess what happened? I kind of scooped it just mentally. I thought about it. If you watched my oscillators and beer episode, where I was kind of making up a fake scenario of the hotel room with Lisa Belladonna and the whole synth mafia getting a call at midnight, come show up and listen, we're going to show you. That was probably what's going to happen. Then old Jackie boy shut it down. He called in a meeting at the boardroom. This is allegedly. Called in a meeting at the boardroom, brought in the engineers, and just tore the biggest strip off their back of all time. He looked at them and basically was like, you people are incompetent. The marketing team absolutely sucks. What the hell are you guys doing? How the hell can the French roll out a PolyBrute 12 voice, absolute beast of a synthesizer, total flagship with such precision, such elegance, such marketing, and you guys are botching every single turn of this Moog Muse. Not only that, why isn't this thing ready? How come you don't have the firmware ready? I planned and sent Lisa Belladonna over to Germany to do this, and we're not doing it now. Not only are we not doing it, we're not doing it because the PolyBrute 12 is absolutely the best synthesizer probably ever made in the history of planet Earth. It's the new CS80. It's everything everybody wanted. So this is what he's saying to the engineers and the staff. You people, what the hell is going on? Why can't we get this thing out? What do you mean it's going to take another 6 months? We're already charging $2,000 to $3,000 more than a 12-voice polyphonic, and we're only selling an 8, and you guys can't get the firmware right? What is going on? I don't want to swear, but you can fill in the blanks with the profanity that was probably laced in that room. Then what happens? You probably get some snapback from the engineers being like, you botched the marketing, this wasn't ready, why are you really? And then guess what happens? There's probably little Jerry Maguire going on there too. Who knows who walked out, but old Jackie boy, allegedly, looked at a few people and said, "You're fired, you're fired, you're fired, you're fired." I heard the rumor was between 2 and 4 engineers. Boom, cut, you're gone. You made the first redundancy, now you're gone. Why are you gone? We don't know if it's gone because you're slow rolling. This is a theory, speculation. Are the engineers so pissed off with how this thing, their work of art, is being portrayed to the public on grainy cell phone videos, crappy pictures with Andrew Wong, and that's it? Are they just so pissed off? They're like, all right, you want the firmware, you want everything ready, we're just gonna slow roll it. We'll just sabotage this from the inside because you're destroying Moog from the outside. We're gonna sabotage it from the inside. Not only that, you got the French, and apparently he told the boys and the girls, America sucks, French is the best. How the hell are we letting the French beat us, America? How are we doing that? And it's true, the French are beating the Americans, especially with epic releases like that. So that's what's going on behind the scenes. That's the breaking news. Insane turmoil behind the scenes at Moog, allegedly. People getting fired all over the place. Moog Muse not even close to being ready. It was supposed to be at Superbooth. Jack wanted it ready for Superbooth. Gave him a deadline. Get it ready. Get the firmware. Get it over there. Then PolyBrute 12 dropped, and he pulled it. He was like, we can't do that because then we got to tell everyone the price. If everybody's only got $5,000, what are you going to buy? You're not going to scrape together another $1,000 to $2,000 to buy a Moog Muse when you got the Arturia PolyBrute 12. Don't think so. Not going to happen. No chance. No chance. No chance, right? So, especially when Moog has a history of botching their polyphonic synthesizers. So they need it right. So what you got is, you got the engineers either intentionally, unintentionally not having the firmware ready, the synthesizer's not ready. Then you got Jack O'Donnell pushing a wild marketing campaign that is going against everything the engineers believe in. The engineers are old school. They want the Moog reputation intact. Jack O'Donnell doesn't care about the Moog reputation per se. He's trying to bring it into the new age, which I agree with. I agree with Jack. Get the synthesizer released. Why can the French do it and we can't? This makes no sense. You guys have been working on this synthesizer for what? 5 years minimum, maybe longer, and Arturia beat you to it again and again and again. All praise to Arturia and the French. The French is the leader of the pack at the moment, unless Behringer comes out with a synthesizer this week. It's all Arturia, baby. But that's what's going on with Moog, allegedly, behind the scenes. Like I told you, samurais are everywhere. We got ninjas. Actually, the samurais are the people who play. We got ninjas inside every company in the world. Like I said, if you got any hot tips, send me to me in an email. We get the scoops. We release the scoops to you first. But you heard it here first, man. Moog is in deep, deep, deep trouble. Synth Punk dropped the initial news. Check his channel out. It's called Mr. Filter Sweep now. He's got some old school videos he's coming out. He seems to be pivoting more. He's pivoting. He's seen the light. Let's send out some prayers for him today. He's got some issues. He's dealing with some health issues, and let's pray to the big man upstairs and all the synth lords that they bless him with some good news today. All right, so that's that Synth Car. Things are popping, man. If you were wondering where the Moog Muse is, now you know. It ain't ready. Apparently, it's not going to be ready till end of summer, maybe fall, because they can't get the firmware right, allegedly either on purpose, due to sabotage, or due to incompetence, which, you know what? If it's incompetence, Jack fired a bunch of them. Good for them, man. Maybe they'll go find a company. They'll go work for Arturia, Novation, Sequential, Oberheim, something like that. But that's the news, man. Hope you have a great Tuesday morning. Enjoy yourselves. Slew, slew.